Plague Doctor video. In 2015, a Swedish tech blogger received a DVD in the mail from Poland. The disc had a long alphanumeric string written on it, and when he played it, he found a 2-minute black and white video of a Plague Doctor figure inside an abandoned building, with harsh buzzing audio, and the figure flashing hand signals and a blinking light in its palm. People analysing the video discovered it was filled with hidden material, spectrogram images of torture victims, later traced to movies like The Bunny Game and known crime photos, Morse code, pigpen ciphers, coordinates pointing to the White House, and messages like "You are already dead, ad opugnar homines," and references to plagues and bioterror. One phrase, "red lips like 10th," was believed to be an anagram for "kill the president." Confusion grew when viewers found the video had already been uploaded months earlier by a YouTube user named AETBX, who claimed he also received it anonymously and suggested the blogger wasn't telling the full story. Meanwhile, a Polish viewer matched the location to the abandoned Zofiówka sanatorium, narrowing the filming date to between late 2013 and early 2015. This led to theories ranging from a Halloween prank to viral marketing for movies like Inferno or shows like 12 Monkeys, and even a Skrillex project, but the violent imagery made a commercial explanation unlikely. 3 months later, someone calling himself Parker Warner Wright claimed he made the video as an art project. He released a sequel, 11B-3-1369, featuring the same figure and a bandaged woman, said he had planted physical discs around Poland and challenged people to replicate the custom mask he built. No one succeeded, and the blogger eventually accepted Wright's explanation. In the end, the video wasn't a threat or a real warning, just a dense coded art piece that the internet treated like a genuine danger. Celebrity number 6. In 2020, a Finnish Reddit user posted a photo of curtains their grandmother made from fabric bought around 2008. The print featured 8 celebrity faces. 7 were quickly identified: Josh Holloway, Jessica Alba, Travis Fimmel, Ian Somerhalder, Orlando Bloom, and Adriana Lima, twice. But the 6th face didn't match anyone, and no one could find the original photo. This kicked off a 4-year search in its own subreddit, r/celebrity number 6. Redditors tried everything, contacting the fabric supplier, digging through old catalogs, reverse image searching, tracking down the photographers of the other prints, and even reviewing years of Getty Images archives. They couldn't even agree on whether the unknown face was male or female. Hundreds of leads went nowhere. The fabric was eventually traced to the Finnish department store Antilla, supplied by Latki Mraz in the Czech Republic. But no designer name was provided. The source photos for the other faces all came from 2003 to 2007, but the 6th one never surfaced. In 2024, a breakthrough happened. A Redditor colored the monochrome print and ran it through the PimEyes facial recognition tool. Multiple results pointed to Leticia Sardar, a Spanish model active in the mid-2000s. Another Redditor contacted photographer Leandra Escorcel, who had shot Sardar for a 2006 magazine cover, and he confirmed he took the original photo. Sardar then posted a picture of herself holding the exact image, proving she was celebrity number 6. At first, some users accused the discovery of being an AI-generated hoax, but Sardar quickly cleared the confusion. She had retired from modeling in 2009 and was living a quiet life in Tenerife. The sudden viral attention shocked her. Tens of thousands of people had been searching for her without her knowing. She later hosted a Reddit AMA, began selling prints, restarted modeling work, and even gained new social media followers. The mystery became one of several lost media cases solved in 2024, alongside the Backrooms origin photo and forgotten songs like Subways of Your Mind. It also sparked debate about AI's growing role in solving and complicating internet mysteries, since facial recognition helps solve this one, but fears of deep fakes nearly derailed it. In the end, celebrity number 6 wasn't a hidden celebrity or a lost actor. She was a model whose photo was used on fabric without permission, and who got rediscovered by a community that refused to let the mystery go. The Dreamman hoax. In 2008, a website called Ever Dream This Man suddenly appeared online. It claimed thousands of people around the world were dreaming of the same strange-looking man, a face that supposedly appeared in everything from romantic dreams to nightmares to cryptic Go North messages. The site said the first sketch came from a New York psychiatrist in 2006, and the story spread fast. Millions of people visited the site, and some even insisted they had dreamed of him too. For a while, it looked like a real unexplained phenomenon. Testimonies poured in describing the man as a teacher, a father, someone who killed the dreamer, someone who rescued them, everything. Forums debated 5 possible explanations: a Jungian archetype, a divine messenger, a dream surfer invading minds, simple suggestion, or misremembered faces. But the entire thing was fake. In 2010, the creator, Italian sociologist and marketer Andrea Natella admitted it was a guerrilla marketing stunt. He made the face using a digital identikit tool, based it loosely on a photo of his father, and built the whole story to test how easily the internet could spread an urban legend. A domain lookup had already linked the site to Natella's own hoax-driven marketing agency, but people wanted to believe it was real. Even after Natella confessed, the hoax kept getting attention. Vice accidentally ran an article treating this man as real, then had to retract it hours later. Thousands of people continued emailing him, claiming they recognized the face, and some even said they were this man. Others compared him to actors, politicians, and fictional characters. The meme turned into flyers, parodies, and cameos in films, manga, and video games. Hollywood even tried developing a horror movie based on the idea, and multiple unrelated films later used the concept of strangers sharing the same dream figure. In the end, this man never existed. He was just an online experiment that proved how quickly a simple image, paired with the right story, can convince millions that a completely invented figure is haunting their dreams. Subways of your mind. In 2007, a German teenager's old cassette recording from a mid-1980s radio broadcast was uploaded online. Nobody knew the song's name, who made it, or where it came from. For 17 years, the track spread across forums, music sites, and Reddit, earning the nickname the most mysterious song on the internet. The recording came from a 1980s German radio show, captured on tape by a teen named Darius in Wilhelmshaven. He cut out the DJ chatter, so the original title and artist were lost. His sister digitized the tapes, posted a snippet online, and eventually a global search began. Communities across Reddit, Discord, What's That Song, and YouTube all tried to identify it. A dedicated subreddit, r/the mysterious song, formed in 2019. Searchers contacted DJs from NDR radio, music rights organizations, and even obscure synthpop collectors. Some thought the singer sounded European. Others recognized a Yamaha DX7 synth in the track. It was clear the song came from around 1984, but no one could match the voice, band, or lyrics. Dozens of false leads appeared, including claims from unrelated musicians, and every theory collapsed. On November 4th, 2024, everything changed. A Reddit user researching old German bands contacted a former member of a little-known group from Kiel called Fex. The band confirmed the truth. The mystery song was their 1984 track, Subways of Your Mind. Soon after, an unreleased 1985 EP surfaced, containing a studio version and a live version of the song. Fex members gave interviews, performed an acoustic rendition on NDR radio, and shared higher quality archive tapes. The keyboardist's daughter even uploaded a clean version her father found in his old collection. 3 recordings of the song are known to exist: an early rehearsal take, the NDR radio version Darius recorded, and the polished 1985 studio release that the band once sold on tour. Each version had small differences, including alternate intros and evolving keyboard parts, but the melody and mood were unmistakably the same. The song's theme, according to the band, reflected the 1980s Cold War atmosphere, a mix of fear, uncertainty, and youthful optimism. Sun will never shine, contrasted with young and restless dreamers. After the identification, the song finally left Lost Wave status and entered pop culture. A licensed version appeared in Black Phone 2. It was featured in the viral Doom 2 mod called My House, and Fex even released a full music video in 2025 featuring Darius himself, the teenager who unknowingly preserved the only surviving recording for decades. What existed for years as a nameless mystery turned out to be a forgotten German new wave track, one that vanished in the 80s, survived by accident, and was rediscovered because thousands of people refused to give up the search. The Backrooms photo origin. The Backrooms started in 2019 when a user on 4chan's paranormal board posted a strange photo of a yellow, empty room and told others to share images that feel off. Another anonymous reply gave the image its name and the now famous concept. If you no clip out of reality, you slip into an endless maze of yellow rooms, buzzing lights, and something wandering the halls with you. The picture instantly became one of the most famous liminal space images online. Millions of people saw it, expanded the lore, added levels, creatures, and stories, and the Backrooms became a whole internet universe. But nobody knew where the original photo came from. For years, people assumed it was a stock photo, a render, or a lost piece of 90s architecture. The mystery lasted until 2024, when members of a Backrooms-focused Discord group traced the source using old web archives. Someone found the photo on an archived web page from March 2003, buried inside a renovation blog for a Hobbytown, USA store in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. The image was taken on June 12, 2002, with a Sony CyberShot camera. It captured the second floor of a former furniture store during renovations, a space full of temporary walls, odd partitions, stained carpet, and heavy water damage. The file name was simply DSC00161. It wasn't meant to be creepy, it was just documentation of remodeling work. That one photo, accidentally unsettling because of its yellow walls and harsh fluorescent lighting, became the foundation of the entire Backrooms mythos, a fictional, endless dimension born from a real abandoned room in Wisconsin. I Feel Fantastic. I Feel Fantastic is a 2004 video created by John Bergeron, featuring an animatronic robot named Tara the android. Bergeron built Tara for about $2,000 as part of his plan to create the world's first android pop star, releasing 5 music video-style clips on his website and a DVD called Android Music Videos Volume 1. In 2009, one of these clips, originally titled Please, but re-uploaded with no context as I Feel Fantastic, went viral for its uncanny, disturbing vibe. The video shows Tara standing in a house, jerking her arms and turning her head as she sings lines like I feel fantastic and run, run, run over a synthetic melody. She appears in multiple wigs and outfits, and at one point, the video abruptly cuts to a silent shot of a backyard before returning to Tara singing Please Leave, and more repetitions of Run. Because of the strange editing, lifeless expression, and the sudden backyard shot, viewers began forming theories. The most popular claimed Bergeron was a serial killer, and that Tara was dressed in the clothes of his victims, and that the backyard clip showed where he buried them. None of these theories were ever true. Bergeron simply never publicly explained the video, and he stopped updating his website in 2006. Despite the speculation, Tara became a lasting piece of internet horror culture. The video influenced the 2021 film Broadcast Signal Intrusion, and Tara even appeared in 2024's Smiling Friends Season 2, showing how a forgotten DIY Android performance accidentally became one of the internet's most famous creepy mysteries, the Max Headroom Broadcast Intrusion. On November 22, 1987, thousands of Chicago viewers watched their TV screens glitch into one of the strangest unsolved broadcast hacks in history. An unknown person wearing a Max Headroom mask hijacked 2 station signals in the same night, cutting into live programming with bizarre behavior, distorted speech, and unsettling jokes. The first takeover happened at 9:14 p.m. during WGN-TV's sports report. For about 30 seconds, the screen went black, then suddenly showed a masked figure rocking in front of a sheet of corrugated metal, meant to mimic Max Headroom's digital background. There was no voice, just loud buzzing, before engineers regained control by changing the broadcast frequency. 2 hours later, the hijacker struck again, this time on PBS station during an episode of Doctor Who. With no engineers on duty at the transmitter, the interruption lasted about 90 seconds and included distorted speech. The masked person rambled about Chuck Swirsky, New Coke ads, Clutch Cargo, nerds, and made crude jokes while waving props at the camera. The segment ended with someone in a maid costume lightly spanking the masked figure with a fly swatter as he yelled, "They're coming to get me!" Investigators later confirmed the hijack was done by overpowering the station's microwave transmissions, something that required significant technical skill and line-of-sight access to the tall buildings where the antennas sat. The FCC launched a criminal investigation, but no one was ever identified, and the 5-year statute of limitations expired in 1992. Despite endless speculation, theories about disgruntled employees, local tech hobbyists, or underground hackers, the identities of everyone involved remain unknown. The Max Headroom incident has since become a staple of internet mystery culture, a real-life broadcast glitch that's never been solved. The Wyoming incident. The Wyoming incident is often talked about as a real broadcast hijacking, but it never actually aired on television. The video first appeared online in the mid-2000s and claimed to be a 1980s news broadcast from Wyoming that had been taken over by a group calling itself the Happy Company. The footage showed distorted human faces staring into the camera while unsettling messages appeared like, "We are watching you," and "You will see such pretty things." The audio was warped, the faces moved in unnatural ways, and the entire interruption was framed as a warning from an unknown group targeting the audience. The tone and editing made it feel like a lost analog horror recording, something you weren't supposed to be watching. But when people began digging into its origins, nothing about the alleged broadcast checked out. No TV station confirmed it, no archived logs matched it, and the video's effects, editing style, and compression pointed toward digital creation rather than actual 1980s television. Eventually, internet sleuths traced the entire thing back to an underground art collective and student filmmakers who created it as a surreal horror project. The distorted faces were digital performances, and the broadcast intrusion framing was just part of the concept. It was never transmitted over the airwaves, and it had nothing to do with a real Wyoming station, even though it wasn't real. The Wyoming incident became a major influence on analog horror and creepypasta, proving how convincing a fake broadcast can look when it's intentionally made to feel wrong. The internet is full of strange stories like these, some real, some fabricated, and some we may never fully understand. But every mystery shows the same thing. A single photo, a forgotten song, or a weird video can send thousands of people chasing answers for years. And half the time, the truth ends up being way stranger than the myth. If you want something just as fascinating, check out my video on the levels of human intelligence. I think you'll love where that one goes.